Moving up to 142 pounds, McLaughlin of William & Mary and Pat Waters of Cornell.
Here are two wrestlers that placed fifth last year in the Easterns, but I feel Waters was up at the next weight class at 150. But I feel a good battle. Pat Waters is looking very strong, but McLaughlin has a couple of moves that every now and then he'll surprise you for a quick 5.
Shel Siegel along with Larry Sheridan and Marv Walensik as we prepare to wrestle 142 pounds. Mark McLaughlin from Short Hills, New Jersey, who was fifth last year in this weight class. Rather, at 150, he's dropped down a weight. And his opponent from Iowa City, Iowa, Pat Waters, a sophomore. Waters from Cornell and McLaughlin from William & Mary.
Well, I was talking earlier, Shell, about believe it or not, they do wear ankle bands, and we make reference to the red or the green. This instance, Cornell being in red and Williamsburg being green and gold, I'm glad that they gave it the green to Williamsburg and the red to Cornell. I mean, they make our life a lot more miserable, but every year we keep saying that they should get a more fluorescent red and a more fluorescent green. It's very difficult to see.
Time on the contact.
So there you have it. There you have Andy Noel, the coach of Cornell.
Time is going.
Head coach.
There's something interesting. Now you have the contact rule where the injury time is on the contact.
That is correct.
And
if your contact lens is dislodged, injury time is counted against putting it back in or putting it in the coach's pocket or doing something with it.
Third in this weight class went to Lewis of Princeton. Fourth to Schulman of Syracuse. Fifth to Barry of East Stroudsburg. And sixth to Joe Herman of Lehigh. Here at 142 at the Manley Fieldhouse in Syracuse, New York.
McLaughlin, and now gets the takedown.
You got a takedown.
Leads McLaughlin out of Short Hills, New Jersey.
Okay.
On the screen, Coach
Bill
Pincus, who has done an outstanding job with this William & Mary team.
I think it's the first time he's had 2 in the finals. I know that.
I'll tell you, Larry, he's got a roster that I've counted of approximately 35, of whom only 5 are seniors on this William & Mary team. 5 out of 35.
Billy, one of the real gentlemen in the game. Very nice fellow, and he was a very fine wrestler.
McLaughlin was seeded first in this weight class. Waters was the 3rd seed.
Again, McLaughlin in, working to get that takedown after the escape by Waters. Now it's 4-1 with 1 minute remaining.
No lock.
Referee John Osage, assisted in this bout by Marshall Schlossberg. Marshall from Newark Valley, New York. John Osage, Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. .33 seconds time advantage for the William & Mary grappler.
30 seconds, 30.
Well, I am really impressed, Larry, and I know you are too, Marvin, with the job being done by these William & Mary wrestlers.
Very much so.
They are well trained. They use their legs. They're impressive. And they stay after you, and they get you in headlocks like this and can get you in some deep trouble.
No takedown.
Boy, and you can see
Waters felt
Waters really is hanging on to that neck. He was turning as red as that jersey there for a moment.
Well, I think when he hit, he kind of stuck there for about a second or two in a bent position.
Put a tomato between your bicep and your forearm.
Let's look at this takedown, and we can see what we mean about this maneuver.
Picks up the single on that particular situation, and that's...
You take down. Green down.
There's the 2 of the earlier takedown that made it 4-1. Then the escape came right here at the edge. It's 4-2.
Take it.
Second period.
Nah, you're wrestling. No problem.
John Osage, the official, on the mat. 2 points. 6-2 on the reversal.
McLaughlin really looks like he wants it. I mean, he just started from the bottom and says he got out of there like a caged tiger.
When Waters was off balance and hit that mat, there was no hesitation whatsoever. McLaughlin was sailing in. He wanted to get in there quickly to get the points.
In the center.
There's a familiar face. We'll show you more of that perhaps later.
Well, I hope Ellen's watching just to let her know that he's here.
We really have to show a little more of that handsome face, because it isn't often we get to see that anymore in the Lehigh Valley, either see the face or harass the body.
Well, he won his first Eastern title 40 years ago. I reminded him of that. He says, "Thanks a lot. I needed that."
Oh, man, you're just riding with that head in there.
I said to Pascal, that of course was Pascal Perry, and I said, "Pascal, when I met him, it's really great to meet one of the really grand old men," and I really underscore old, Pascal.
Well, he won the.
He does look good though for a man in his condition.
He won the Easterns at 1948 at 165, and of course again in 1949 at 165. That weight class today is 167. So don't call me and said I made a mistake. He won it at 165.
Waters has a nice first move. He has that little scoot. He slides his hips out and he turns in.
The thing I like about these William and Mary boys, Marvin, is they counter. I mean, Frick made 3 to 4 moves, and he ended up on the bottom. In this situation, Waters is making the move, and he's getting countered and taken down, or he's not been able to finish what he started out.
It'll strike you that when McLaughlin and Cheney wrestle each other every day, they improve each other. It's a nice product when you have a good room.
You're still up.
It's a factor you see a lot in wrestling. Groups, 2-2-2-2.
Okay.
And of course, Waters from Iowa City, Iowa, the only Iowa wrestler here.
No, he's not.
Take it.
In the finals.
In the finals, yeah.
And Waters also working up. He's trying to spin around, but McLaughlin is just persistent. He just stays right after you.
Hold it.
And there's a momentary time.
Clyde Red Whitman, former president of the EIWA, filling in for John Whitehead, the current president, and doing a superb job of keeping the referees and this entire tournament under control.
He's an wrestling institution, Dr. Whitman.
He certainly is.
Marvelous man.
.20 seconds left.
6-2 lead for William and Mary's Mark McLaughlin, dropping down a weight class, 5th last year at 150. Pat Waters was 5th at this weight class.
I don't think McLaughlin wanted to do that. He got out too far in front, and he gave Waters an opportunity to spin toward him and face him. And Waters came up with a point very close to the end of the period.
Joe Herman of Lehigh came in 6th in this weight class.
You want the bottom. Red takes the bottom.
6-3, McLaughlin leading, 3rd and final period on the way.
Okay. On and hold it.
Lehigh University winning the team title this year in the Easterns. And I think the surprise, is twofold. Not only did Lehigh win, but the apparent margin by which Lehigh has won. Considerable at this point, leading by better than 30 points over the next rival.
Guaranteed riding time point now for McLaughlin.
Keep wrestling.
Going to lose 2 here, though, I think.
No, he's hanging on for dear life.
Oh, what a good job of coming up.
Out of bounds, still in control.
That's it.
Still has you. You're still up.
Control still rests with William and Mary, and that control is now, as you said, Marv, over 3 minutes of time advantage with 1:20 remaining. I'll ask you a question, Marv. And this can't come from the truck, but who was not counting the Chaney, who just won for William and Mary, who were the last 2 and the only 2 that I remember wrestlers from William and Mary to win Eastern titles?
William won 1, Mary the other.
That's right.
How about
Aragona, William and Mary, 1984?
Well, yeah, that's right.
And I think their first one was Squeezy in 82. They have not been in the Easterns that long.
You're hanging back there.
There's 1 point for Cornell. Earlier,
Yeah, he is.
McLaughlin was warned for stalling.
Can't
It's
hang
now
back there. Get up and wrestle.
6-4.
Okay, wait.
McLaughlin
okay.
with a
Wait.
guaranteed point for time, so it's really a 3-point spread.
Waters has been very aggressive here. He's very aware of what's going on in his bout, and he knows he has to continue to try things, and he is not just kind of lapsed into a malaise here. And there he comes up nicely for one.
6-5. Now a takedown for Cornell would tie it up. Cornell wrestler on your right. One of the few wrestlers to compete without a knee pad. And of course, we've had a warning and a penalty against McLaughlin.
Well, I don't think you'll see him doing any more here. He'll try to stay after him if he can. 10 seconds to go. McLaughlin has a point for riding, and so the only hope for the Cornell wrestler now would be the takedown, and he's got 2 seconds to do it. And Larry, William and Mary is about to pick up their second title in a row here.
2 at the buzzer.
2 point at the buzzer, but the buzzer might have hit there first. It doesn't really matter. It might go down on the scoreboards as 9-5.
9-5. And so William and Mary and Coach Bill Pincus have back-to-back champions at 134 and 142 as Mark McLaughlin comes back to win a title. Fitting for a senior, and Terry Chaney won one earlier at 134. Fine job of coaching and a great exhibition by these William and Mary wrestlers to win back-to-back titles at 34 and 42.